Life is noisy, messy, and full of struggle. And if you're feeling the weight of it all, you're not alone. Join Donnie Lafferty, founder of OnePastor Ministries, as he helps us navigate lasting faith in the middle of this crazy life. Because in a world full of distractions and empty promises, there is one who never fails. Jesus, our one pastor. Let's tune out the noise with OnePastor Podcast.
Welcome to OnePastor. This is Donnie Lafferty. It's a great day to be alive, and I'm glad to be with you. Today we have episode 9 entitled Casting Cares. You know, there may be many of you out there who are simply tired. I am, to be honest. And it's okay. I mean, hey, many of us may stay tired. Many of you, it may be a rarity where you normally have a lot of energy, and every now and then you are just tired deep down in your soul. But we're talking about what it really means to cast your cares on the Lord. The Bible tells us to do it, but how? And when the to-do list is longer than our days, when we feel like we're failing people that we love, and we're falling behind maybe in work and struggling, you may be feeling like you're struggling just to breathe, and you have the weight of all the things that you're supposed to do weighing in on you. So let's be honest, some of us aren't carrying our crosses. We're dragging a wagon of unmet expectations and unrelenting tasks and unresolved emotions. And that's not what Jesus meant. So listen, let's talk. How do we cast our cares on him without just throwing up a prayer and picking up everything back just like we normally would? Let's slow down and let's ask some honest questions. So first I want to talk about what we might have as an overwhelmed heart. And start with the obvious. Life, it is a lot, isn't it? I mean, life, it's a lot. And we've got responsibilities, people counting on us, and the work that we have to do, decisions we need to make. Our dryer died recently. Not fun. We have errands that we need to run, bills to pay, prescriptions to pick up, deadlines to meet. And for many of us, those things, they're not optional, and we actually want to do them well. And that's part of the struggle. You know, we do care, and I'm sure you do. These things in your life you care deeply about, but you're tired. Does that sound familiar to you? Let's read Psalm 55:22, which says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." And 1 Peter 5:7. It echoes something similar to that Psalm 55. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. But maybe you're wondering, am I doing something wrong? Are my expectations of myself too high? Or am I just weak? Friend, you're not broken because you're overwhelmed. You're not faithless because you're fatigued. Hey, listen, chill out on that. What you are is a human, and God knows that. So let's talk about, are you supposed to be doing all that you're doing? Let's pause right here. A big question we have to ask is, are my perceptions of my responsibilities accurate? You know, the lens that you look at, how your perspective of the things that you have to do, is that an accurate perspective? Are you taking on things that God never asked you to carry? Are you running on the fuel of guilt, pressure, people pleasing, ouch, or perfectionism? Ask yourself, God, did you assign this to me, or did I assume it? Am I motivated by obedience or by fear of disappointing others? Have I said yes to everything except time with Jesus? Jesus said in Matthew 11:28 through 30, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." That verse isn't a pretty Instagram graphic. It's a call to exchange burdens. His burden is light, not because life's easy, but because you're not carrying it alone, friend. Listen, let's talk about this. What does it mean to cast your cares? That word cast in 1 Peter 5:7, cast your cares on him. In the Greek, I'll do my best to pronounce this. In the Greek, it's epiripto, which literally means to throw upon, not gently set, not tuck under the rug, but to throw it. And, I've actually been picking up some fishing lately, and, you cast your line, you throw it. It's active, it's intentional. I'm actually looking at where I want to throw that line in the lake or the pond. This throwing, it can be even a little desperate. Casting your care is an act of surrender and trust. It's saying, Lord, I can't carry this. I wasn't made to. I need you to take it. But let's be real. It's really hard to let go when the care feels too urgent. It's too important. It's too connected to people we love. We say we're casting it, but hey, we're actually just complaining in a prayer. And then we're walking away still carrying the weight. I do this. You do this. So how do we actually do it? Listen, I'm going to go over 5 steps to actually cast your cares. I want to actually cast my cares. I'm tired. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to keep carrying this. So here's a framework. It's not really a formula, but something to help you actually release what's crushing you, okay? So let's try it. Well, number 1, name it. Write down this burden or these burdens. Write it down and say it out loud. Be honest with God about what's weighing on you. Don't, how do I word it? Don't sanitize your prayers. It's like we think we need to clean them up. So name that burden. Name it. Number 2, examine it. Ask, hey, is this something God gave me to do? Or did I take it on myself? Can I let it go? Can I delegate it? Is it more appropriate that someone else takes care of this? Or is it even mine to carry? Did I just pick up something I had no business picking up? Thirdly, surrender it. In prayer, imagine putting that burden in God's hands. Literally visualize doing that. Release it to Him. Say, Lord, this is yours. Help me let it go. And I know that is easier said than done. Fourthly, obey in the next small step. You're not called to fix everything. Just walk in obedience today. Do the next right thing, not all the things. I got that years ago from Elizabeth Elliot. She was famous for sharing with people to do the next right thing. Fifthly, rest in the reality of His care. Hey, listen, remind yourself, He cares for you. And don't just gloss over that. This is not about performance, it's about a relationship. God isn't annoyed by your need. I oftentimes think it's too small. He's moved by our needs and our prayers. Where's the line between sacrifice and self-neglect? Here's what I'm saying. Maybe you're wondering, what about sacrificial living? Isn't the Christian life supposed to be hard? Yeah, Jesus calls us to die to ourselves, to take up our cross, to pour out our lives for others. But sacrificing in Jesus' name doesn't mean self-destruction. It doesn't mean neglecting your soul or your health or your family in the name of ministry or work or responsibility. Even Jesus withdrew to pray. He slept in storms. He took time with his Father. When your sacrifice leads to spiritual dryness, bitterness, emotional collapse, or being disconnected from God, it's no longer obedience. It's overextending yourself. Healthy sacrifice leads to more of Christ. Unhealthy sacrifice leads to, burnout. So let's get practical. How do you prioritize all these things weighing you down? If you're drowning in tasks, I want you to try this, okay? And I study this stuff all the time because I struggle with it. And it's probably why I'm really able to help a lot of people is I battle a lot of this stuff. And I try to find better ways, and I don't try to find those ways on my own. I walk with Christ to find what's best, what could work better. So listen, ask God to order your day. Do you do that? That's pretty powerful, asking God to order our day. Before you make a list, pray. Say, hey, God, what matters most today? Show me, Lord. It's a great thing to do. Put it in His hands right from the start. And use the must, should, can filter. And I mean that what must be done today. What has to be done today. What should be done soon. And what can be postponed or put off or delegated. Leave room to breathe. Don't fill every margin. I love that word, margin. Books have a margin for a reason. To have the words run from the corner to the corner, from edge to edge, it would be overwhelming to look at that page. It's much more user-friendly and readable to have margins in a book or on a page. We're not a machine. We're a soul. So make sure you leave room to breathe in your life. And revisit often. Responsibilities change and seasons shift. So listen, you need to recalibrate often with God. Hey, God, listen, let's talk again. We kind of had a game plan together. Let's talk. Is this still the course that you'd have me to take? Just don't run on old momentum. Just going through the motions of something that you've started. Make sure you step back and reevaluate regularly. And as I've said, you're not alone in this. Listen, friend, maybe no one else knows how tired you are, but God does. And He's not disappointed in you. He's inviting you again to come to Him, to drop the weight and to trust Him with the impossible, to walk, not sprint, to receive rest and not just request it. So hey, take a breath, say His name, cast your care, not with guilt, but with confidence in His goodness. Thank you for being here today, and if this episode spoke to you, would you share it with someone else who's feeling the weight of the world? And remember, you're not crazy for feeling overwhelmed, but you don't have to stay there. Let's keep our eyes on Jesus. We're still holding on.
Thanks for spending time with us today on the One Pastor Podcast. If something spoke to your heart, we'd love for you to share this episode with someone who could use encouragement in God's truth. And remember, no matter what you're facing, you're not alone. Jesus sees you, knows you, and walks with you every step of the way. Never forget, the Word of God is alive. Donnie Lafferty and all of us at OnePastor Ministries are honored to walk this road with you. So let's stay focused, stay faithful, and keep following the one pastor who never fails, keeping our eyes on Jesus. And hey, join us next week for another episode of One Pastor Podcast, where we keep tuning out the noise and turning our hearts toward what's real. We'll see you then.